Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hold on for a second. This is the Nabi back again. So let's see how many people get the message here. Um, to all of y'all just clicking in, what's up, what's good up, what's going on? A lot going on with this one, a lot going on with this one. And want to talk about a couple of serious issues. Um, what's going on in Brazil? So we're going to have a lot going on here. So before we get started, I'm trying to make sure that I could be viewed clearly. Seems like we're going to have issues today. See what this. Yeah, we might have some issues here. All right. And so also I want to address the Andrew Tate thing. All right. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. There's a whole hell of a lot going on here. And we are in a sickening place as a community. And a lot of people don't know how really serious things are. All right. So let's see if I'm picking up anything. Hold on for a second. I want to see if I'm even live because I got a couple thumbs up, but I have zero, seem like zero people watching. All right, so this might just be set up to be like a regular video in that I have been shadow banned so bad by YouTube and its algorithms. And even one other channel was under attack again by YouTube and its algorithms. And this is not just happening on YouTube. All right. This is happening in other places and stuff. And so basically it seems like the people that they fear who speak about men's issues, they're shutting down. And it's a concerted effort to do such a thing. So I really don't know what's going on. And lately, I've been having problems with my cell phone as well. And it's the weirdest thing. So I have T-Mobile working on that. Some of the strangest things are going on. Um, let me put it to you this way. I can get text messages. I can send text messages. I cannot make a phone call on my cell phone, on my main number that things are attached to. So we're going to get T-Mobile to look at that. All right. So we got a couple other things going on as well. I'm gonna just check something real quick because brothers, this is just too weird. This is just too weird. Let me see something real quick. Um, so I'm gonna check and see kind of what's going on.
What's
Hey,
up, Captain? How you doing?
hey, bro, did you get the message that I was going live?
Yeah, I just got it.
Okay. Um,
I was just getting ready to click on it.
okay, cause it's like at zero. See if you can click on and then hit me back.
Okay, all right,
All right.
okay.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing where the system is messing up, right? But part of the mess that we're seeing, okay, seems like as soon as I made the WhatsApp call, let's just say um, that all of a sudden there's traffic coming. All right, so basically, this is going to be to the brothers also that travel. Hold on, let me check one more thing. Some of the times I forget to check this. Okay, yeah, I see. Some of the times I forget to check this. And okie dokie, let's see if that cleared things up a bit. All right, so let's see if this made the connection better. All right. Yeah, I see you. I see you now, bro. All right. So as we go into this, right, I wanted to address a couple of things. And one of the things that I wanted to address is that um, there is some disturbing things that I am seeing here in Latin America. All right. And I think when I go to Brazil, um, things are going to be as bad as it was, but not much worse. However, here in the DR, and it's something that a lot of brothers are seeing, right? Here in the DR, right? A lot of good men are concerned about coming back to the DR because of the influx of the bad men that are coming here. All right. Um, as a matter of fact, not only are the men who effed up their cities by who they voted for, all right, not only are they running from the mess that they made, but they're bringing the same ideology that they're running away from to the new places. Okay, the simp attitude, the destructive mentality, and things like that. So that's what's going on. And as such, with the simp mentality, it's messing up other places, not only for prospects, for men that's looking for serious things, that's looking for a more um, a more conservative place to settle, but it's messing things up for the people in these places as well. All right. Right. Oh, I knew Thailand was going to be a mess. All right. And here's the problem. Here's the problem. When these dudes and understand this, there's a difference between the passport brothers and content creators, right? And content creators, the dudes that was just going to Thailand just to go 2 weeks to say they been and um to film it and when they film it, they're filming for content for simps. They're filming for the people who wants to live posthumously through them. Okay. And so what happens is how they film the places is disrespectful to say the least. I'm saying go to Brazil, get talk with the women, film the women on the beach. right? But that's not what they're putting up on Facebook pages. All right. The women love to be like, hey, yeah, look at us. We bad women. We good looking women. Look at us. Look at us. They like that. Okay. They like that attention. All right. But certain attention they don't like, and that's what the dudes are promoting that are leaving the United States. All right. Somebody made a YouTube video about this, and I wanted to talk about it real quick. A dude was fronting by having a woman that he obviously paid for. All right. And then filmed her leaving his abode after the deed, trying to puff himself up. All right. This was a sorry thing. This is part of the mess that I'm talking about. All right. And because of this, it makes no worth to brothers to come here because this mentality of the dudes that's coming down here and doing this is causing the potential to find a good woman to decline. Why? Because you now condition a lot of the women who have herd mentality to go after the dude flinging around money. And so it's a problem I can come to run into as well, where a lot of women now do not want a relationship, but they want to see how much money they can get out of you. And they get upset when you don't want to be bothered with them at all. All right. And so the look, you go to the beach or you get pictures of them like on Google, all right? And and they like the attention from these type of pictures, right? But you got to be a extra special kind of simp to act like you the SH by filming somebody. And let me tell you how this is bad on another end too. A lot of stuff that things that aren't legal in the United States are legal here. So there's not a problem here with legality. All right, there's not a problem here with legality. The problem here is what the image that this man is destroying, trying to puff himself up to try to front for a bunch of dudes that don't know him because he want views. All right. To front like you a tough man getting all this stuff is one of these ways that these dudes are trying to puff themselves up to get views in the hopes of making money. Because Lord forbid they go out and learn a trade and make money that way so that they can retire. The days of making $1 million on YouTube is over. The B-dub that these dudes are simping over killed that. All right. And it's a very, very sad day. But this isn't the only thing that's going on. You got a lot of other things going on too. Um, like the thing with the B-dubs is so prolific. I heard, but I'm gonna put it up here anyway. All right. But the issue with the B dub, with the and more importantly, I want you to hear how they define. There's the divestment movement, and then you have what the Caucasians are going to define that it is. So I'm glad I got at least two of y'all in here because I don't know what's going on with my channel. So let me hold on for a moment.
Disconnected.
All right, let me see if this plays.
Annalisa woman.
So what I want y'all to do is I'm gonna blow this up. I'm gonna let y'all see it. All right. So I'm gonna blow it up. I'm gonna let y'all see it. What's up, Mental OG? I'm gonna blow this up and I'm gonna let y'all see it real quick, right? Let me do this real quick. So I'm gonna let y'all see what's going on real quick. So what's going on is I don't know. We got my name being shadow banned all over TikTok, YouTube. It's crazy. It is really, really crazy, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. So I don't know what to tell y'all about everything, but it just is what it is, right? And I'm discussing a lot of the stuff that's going on here. Not only with, hold on for a second. Okay, not only with hold on. Not only with what's going on in these other countries. All right. Not only what's going on in these other countries, and what me and a lot of other brothers was looking at is that we got the puffer mentality, right? We got the puff up mentality. And the best way to explain it to you is this, that we got a whole bunch of brothers, right, that are coming from these East Coast states, and I'm going to call it out. And what they are doing is they are messing up air, they are messing things up, not only for good, but they're messing things up all the way around, right? And part of the greater problem is this: in trying to puff themselves up and get views, right? And let's be clear, the views they want is the simp population who really can't get up and go, right? They want to also put out a false narrative that if you're not careful and you listen to these guys, you're going to be had. All right. They are making prey. All right. Basically, they are making prey for other brothers that may travel. All right. Now, a couple of the other things that I wanted to go over is the same standard that brothers are held to. The Caucasian man is not. All right, the same standard that the brothers held to, the Caucasian man is not. There's another thing that you see happening. Um, the BW thinks that they are weaponizing the Caucasian men against the Afro men in order to force us into a simple situation that is not favorable to men, to real men, right? What you see on TikTok and stuff is a lot of B-dubs that are going after Caucasian men, having these Caucasian men marry them. And so what's the purpose of this? Well, the purpose is this, that they want the Caucasian men to try to force a bunch of other men to take them as wives with somebody else's children. All right. And so basically, there's one woman that got a Caucasian man to marry her. And what ends up happening is she posts him all over TikTok and lies about what's going on. All right, so why would she do that? Why would she lie about what's going on? She would lie about what's going on is because the ultimate goal of these women is to try to shame the Afro men into doing not only what is against our nature, all right, but the objective is to try to get us to, and remember, these are women that don't love us, that don't respect us, but that need our finances. Understand this. They don't love us, don't respect us, but need our finances. Now, here's the other thing I want y'all to understand. Okay. Oh, snap. Hold on for a second. There we go. All right, so here's the other thing I want y'all to understand, that within this, right? Within this, hey, what's up, Crypto Dynasty? What's up, Nesman 99? So within this thing, let's break this down. I want y'all to see this video right here. I don't know if it would play, if it will play. So I'm gonna just do it like this, right? Hold on for a second. Even the Caucasian men are starting to get an understanding that there is a lot of, well, I'll let them tell it. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. For some reason, I can't find it. All right, let's see. All right, here it is. Hold on for a second. I have to come up with a game for 2 more basketballs. All right, y'all can see it like this. All right, so all right, let's get through these real quick. Get these comments up. Right. So they don't care about it. Their only one thing is to try to embarrass us. Now, I want y'all to take a listen at this, right? This is very, very important. All right. Listen to what these guys are saying and understand the gravity of what they're saying. All right. Understand the gravity. Real quick, let me know if y'all hear this.
Annalisa woman hates black men, and they've got to do a huge argument over it. Oh yeah, she's part of the divester community. So what the fuck?
Okay, let me know. Let me know if y'all were able to hear that. Were y'all able to hear that? Were y'all able to hear that? Somebody let me know real quick before we continue. Okay, I got a yes. I got a thumbs up. Okay, so let's go full screen, right? And I want y'all to pay attention to that because I'm going full screen because I want y'all to see who's talking. All right, I want y'all to see who's talking. All right, here we go.
Annalisa woman hates black men, and they've got to do a huge argument over it. Oh yeah, she's part of the divester community. So what the fuck is that? Black women that want to abort black male babies and never date or be with black men.
Understand? Let me replay that. This is the Caucasian man's understanding of the divestment community.
Annalisa woman hates black men, and they've got to do a huge argument over it. Oh yeah, she's part of the divester community. So what the fuck is that? Black women that want to abort black male babies and never date or be with black men. So they had an intense conversation.
How many of these are there?
A lot. I noticed because I've gotten a lot of talking points now. Whenever I fight with red pill black men online, there are more black women than I knew existed, even in the world, are on like these comment sections like, oh yeah, like you tell off these black men, Destiny. I'm like, holy shit, okay.
Divester.
I want y'all to hear this again. I want you to hear this again. Black women who are siding with this dude, giving him talking points to go after other Afro men. And understand who he understands these women to be. So let's play it one more again.
Alicia woman hates black men, and they've got to do a huge argument over it. Oh yeah, she's part of the divester community. So what the fuck is that? Black women that want to abort black male babies and never date or be with black men. So they had an intense conversation.
How many of these are there?
A lot. I noticed because I've gotten a lot of talking points now. Whenever I fight with red pill black men online, there are more black women than I knew existed, even in the world, are on like these comment sections like, oh yeah, like you tell off these black men, Destiny. I'm like, holy shit, okay.
Divestors. I
Divestors.
learn more about that. I had no fucking clue.
I feel like this isn't my business.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we do here. White guys with podcasts. Anything that's not our business is right.
White guys with podcasts. Anything that is not our business.
Absolutely.
I want y'all to let that sink in a little bit. I want y'all, hey, what's up, Rolando? I want y'all to let that sink in a little bit. No, let that sink in a lot. Let that sink in a lot. This, brethren, is the nature of the beast. This is a war against good Afro men by the wicked ones, and it's a war on two fronts. See this. Let me see. Let me cancel that. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so I want y'all to let that sink in. This is a war against Afro men, but the good ones, by the minority. See, part of the belief was that we thought, okay, we thought that the oops, we thought that the good Afro men were in the minority. Turned out that we were in the majority. So I want you, that's the first thing I want you to let sink in. We thought good Afro men, why did we think that though? I want y'all to let this sink in. We thought that simply because that's what our mamas told us. Our mamas told us that. Not because it was true, but because they wanted to trash our image in order to trash our dad. They wanted to trash our image in order to trash our dad. And so what happened is that then you had this division along ideology. And the BW not only created those guys that go after Afro men, but they also created the simps. And so this is a battle, y'all, that we're getting on a bunch of M's. So we get the battle with the Caucasian liberal man, as Malcolm said, the foxes that we should understand are the sworn adversary of good Afro men. All right, so they align with them, and they align with them to have us destroyed. The BW, the ABW wants us destroyed. Understand this, and their simp minions, they go out and to try to make a name for themselves, they destroy other cultures. They run. I got one dude here that we got into an argument because I straight up call him a liar. Right? He's talking about he lied and he watched video, this, that, and the other. But this was a dude that despised Trump, called Trump racist. But when you brought up the actual videotapes of Biden and wanted him to look at it, he didn't want to see it. He didn't want to see. He was not interested in the truth. And I was like, no, you're an adversary and you're a liar. He tried to say, I seen it. I said, if you seen it, then you would know what I know. Because there's no way to unsee what's out there. And I was like, so you would lie to try to support a position that you know is effed up. And then you would take news media, and this is worse than this. So just think about all these voters. Your jury pool comes from voters. So what happened if all these voters can be influenced to despise you because the media told them to? Brother, you are in a world of hurt. You're in a world of hurt. All right. And so basically, but these are all the minions of the ABW. But here's the thing. We need to challenge them, not walk away just empty. We need to challenge them by seeing if they're down for the truth. Once presented with the truth, if they still want to continue to believe the lie, we are not supposed to have anything to do with them. The problem is those are the kind of dudes that are coming here destroying this culture here and in Colombia and any other place they can get to. And part of that is the fault of these influencers. All right. And the United States understand that these people are toxic. For a view, they will go and destroy anybody else's culture. All right. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Where's Dr. Umar? He's another one of them simps. I've been calling him out. Since what's her name? The stripper he was caught with. Okay, so little confused of where we stand in the dating pool. As it stands right now, it's very, very, very difficult. All right, let me put it to you this way. The women that I've met, that I've been with, I met in person. I have yet to meet a single good woman from a dating app. If you have bound chicken wow with them, wait for the other shoe to drop, because it'll drop, right? I was with one this weekend that I thought was going to be a good mate. She was talking to someone else always, right? And then it came sick baby and stuff like that. No, it ain't my damn job to take care of your child, right? I told her, I got her Uber. I said, get out of my room. This is somebody I thought I was going to be cool with, but nope. And what it is they will wait you out. There's another one from Colombia that I'm trying not to be bothered with because I just don't want to be bothered with them, right? And so this one, I thought, okay, this is somebody to get to know. Wow. Wow. But anyway, so I mean, there's even fights on every. So here's the thing. So y'all know me, right? I tell you, my Cash App, my PayPal is in the description box. Y'all know that lately I had been forgetting about it, right? Not and hardly mentioning it, or I'll remember to mention it at the very end of my thing, right? And y'all know I want y'all to take care of your business first before you donate to anyone. But people are making this quote unquote influencing their thing. And the people, people got to understand People are looking, the corporations are looking to see who they can buy out, whose souls they can buy, who would just put anything out there and say anything for some money. All right. So I want y'all to just get a gander at this real quick, right? So again, as I pointed out in the beginning, there's an issue here. And the issue here is this, that this woman here in this picture, in this blue, right? This dude had a date, time, and everything fronting, trying to say that, oh yeah, you can get these kind of women, and you can, but these are the kind of women you don't put on Facebook. You don't make YouTube videos about of them walking out of your apartment. Okay? Now she's a nice looking woman, but no, you don't make videos of her walking out of your apartment. Some of y'all seen some of the love interests I had, right? But you don't see me putting them on blast all over YouTube or any other app, right? And I don't share it to say this is how big I am. Usually there's an educational purpose. This is what I had to do to meet this woman. And yeah, this is like this, that, and the other. I would tell you like this feels long term or short term, this, that, and the other. But I wouldn't go get a garden tool or a professional and then act like I'm all that. All right. These are not bad pictures right here. Woman at the beach by the pool. Yeah, they want to show that off. But this was tasteless, right? And the thing that I can't stand the most, one of the things you never heard me say, I've had a couple of things where me and somebody I was interested in, we would sit and talk to y'all together, right? But I didn't get up and like, hey, turn around so they can see your behind. All right. And that's what these dudes do because they are looking for clicks. They're trying to make money off of doing anything but actually building a skill with their hand. All right. And so what's the other worst part of this is these little walkthroughs with nothing. They don't tell you anything. They walk through, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Here's the thing though. Half these women aren't even from Colombia. This is Cartagena. This is the walled city that they're at, right? So everybody's trying to front like they all that. And they're making these videos, walking through, not telling y'all what the real deal is. All right, what the real deal is. Now, when they're doing this, and then when they want to talk about the same dudes that are doing these pics, that are doing these videos, that are doing these walkthroughs, that's talking about, oh, I know what they're doing. They're the main ones doing it, going down here just to do this, to mess up somebody else's culture, to like they're doing news expose. It ain't an expose because nobody talks about the white guy there. They've been knowing about these spots since before Afro men did. All right. But see, the point of the matter is, right? The point of the matter is that one, they're fronting to get views. Second, after fronting to get views, all right, after fronting to get views, All right. After fronting to get views, the other thing that they're doing is then they come back, and while doing exactly what all the rest of the other dudes are doing in the walled city. And for the first time I actually saw it, because I was there late with the Palenqueras, right? And so I kind of understood. All right. But here's the thing. I have fun. I will film a date, but I'm not going to film and be fronting like, oh, look at this woman I just had in my room. I would film a date is because we are matched up. We're a couple. Right. The real ones are moving either or on silent or going to the real spot. Right. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing though. And here's part of the issue. Here's part of the issue. Part of the issue is this, that these dudes are destroying the culture in these places. They're even destroying the tourist cultures in these places. All right. So what's happening is in Cartagena, well, no, Barranquilla. In Barranquilla, even the Uber was messed up. All right. So what the Uber drivers are doing is first they're driving real slow to get to a location if it's far. They're going through toll roads that aren't even on the in the way. All right. And they're taking long routes that are off the beaten path. All right. And you have to consistently write into Google, into Uber, and let them know what these guys are doing. All right. Everybody seems to be scamming for money. All right. Everybody seems to be scamming for money because there are so many American dudes going there throwing it around. The dudes artificially increase the price on everything in the walled city, if you know what I mean. I don't know what the price was, and I don't know what it is, but what I do know from the drivers, from the community and stuff, because you remember, I deal in the community, they increase the price on everything, right? But that wouldn't be a problem, except they'll film it and then they'll come back and talk bad about the women. They'll talk bad about the quote unquote passport bros, and they'll talk bad about the culture, not realizing that a culture that allows women to abort the babies to the point where they make it go extinct is way worse than any culture that sees sex as a natural thing. All right. And so, and that's the issue here. We got a culture of people that'll do anything for money. And I mean anything for money. All right. And even here in the DR, you have this thing of entitlement. All right. No, they're yeah, the sand to the beach. Um, they're taking these crooked ideologies that destroyed Georgia and that's destroying New York, and they're angry because they're having a problem with the women in New York and Georgia, And so they come to Colombia and the DR, and the reason why they're picking these places is because it's cheap. The flight time is less, all right, for them, especially from these areas. It's cheaper, and they effed up their communities so bad that they're trying to run, but they're bringing the same ideology that effed up their communities. Hey, what's up, Zimmerlu? So they're bringing the same ideologies, this same spiritual corruptness, and they're effing up their community, right? And and so what's going on is like here in the DR, after all right, I had one issue where a woman had a husband, and I'm like, look, I'm just getting my new passport. I'm gonna pass out these last basketballs, and I don't need to deal with these females. Period. It is that it is really that not worth it. Everybody's trying to hit you up for money here because dudes have been coming down here for a while throwing it around. All right. I had one that tried when I first got here tried to give me a massage. But even then, that would have been a deal. But the issue is she was she wanted that to go somewhere. And if I believe she could have gave me a good one to fix my back, I would have taken it. But no, she was trying to do something else. All right. But these passport pookies are destroying these places. They're not into the culture. They're not learning the language, right? They're traveling for front to say they've been. All right. And that's what's happening. So basically, the best bet is to save up the money and go to Brazil or go to the Philippines instead of Thailand. Because even Thailand is being messed up because brother zoomed to Thailand. And I was suspect with this dude. This is why. Brother zoomed to Thailand. He was promoting a tourism a tourism where he picks you up from the airport. In other words, he was making money off of all the dudes that were coming to Thailand. Right? And so he wanted dudes to come down there, pay him. He set them up with everything. It is. It is destroyed. It is being destroyed. And here's the thing, all the people that wanted to do good like me for the place will leave and not come back. But the dudes that's been messing it up, they'll keep flying here because it's a 2-hour trip on Spirit Airline. Right? It's a 2-hour trip on Spirit Airline. And see, I talked with some of the brothers here. I talked with some of the brothers. All right. And there's another brother that we speak English, but man, I sure wish I would not have forgotten French. All right. But he and I were talking and stuff like that. Right. And there is an issue here. And the US ideology, the culture is being poisoned by US ideology. Right? So here's the thing with the DR, and this is the problem with the DR. The DR is an island. All right, let's not forget that it's an island, right? So the whole island is kind of a tourist spot, and it's a whole lot. So One of the things that people are surprised at is that I've been to places where nobody goes, but I walk a lot, right? And so there are places that other people here that even live here be like, oh, they're afraid to go to. But if you walk and just talk to people, all right. And so I've walked a ways and talked to some of the people, right? In Colombia, I became part of the culture. And even then, people try to grab and own you, like you belong to me now, kind of thing. If they like you, and they want you to be with them and nobody else, kind of thing. I had that kind of a problem with the women from Palenque. All right, and so basically, right, and so basically, brothers have to guard themselves, and one of these things is the Uber scams. Um, we got to look at all the women in these places as if they're trying to scam us. I hate to say that. We have to look at all the women now in these places as if they're trying to scam us. All right. And let them know what you're about up front right away. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like right away, this is what I'm about. Are you about this? Right? The second thing you do is see if if their deeds matches their words. All right, because you're looking for the deeds to begin with. But the deception you're looking for, this is how you look for deception. You establish what you want to establish. You ask her some baseline questions like, what are you looking for? This, that, the other, right? And then as soon as they go beyond or go other than what they say they are, what they're looking for, like a lot of these women here are not putting that they have children. You have to ask them, right? And because I do things for children, right? They'll be like, oh yeah, I have children. Can you do something for me? I'm all out. But you had children in your profile. You see? And so then I don't mess with them anymore. I just deleted and blocked all conversation that I was having. All right, and that's the way we have to be. Let them be with the bad. Let the bad continue to come. All right. We are supposed to repay kindness with kindness, but we're only supposed to repay kindness with kindness. All right. We are supposed to judge the wicked. All right. Now, for you brothers coming in, I want y'all to hear this one more time. I want to go back to this one more time so we get an understanding of what's going on. And remember, this is the females, the BWs, siding with men who are contrary to the Afro male. All right. So again, we're going to let it play through again so you brothers can see what we're up against. All right, let me do this. So basically, all right, so this is what I'm doing. All right. Yeah. All right. So this is what I'm doing. All right. Let me say this. For those of you who are needing to renew a passport, y'all know how to get in contact with me, and I'll tell you a workaround if you're a traveling person. If you're a traveling person, I'll tell you what to do. All right. So, okay. So this is the thing, right? If you're a traveling person. All right. So now let me get into this real quick. This is why we need to leave the United States alone. The brothers do, right? Because we are in real danger. We're talking spiritually and on other fronts because of this. Again, I'm gonna let it play full screen. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm gonna let this play full screen. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna make sure y'all can see it fully. Play full screen. All right. I now that I know y'all can hear it. All right, here we go.
Annalise woman hates black men, and they've got to do a huge argument over it. Oh yeah, she's part of the divester community.
So. What the fuck is that?
Black women that want to abort black male babies and never date or be with black men. So they had an intense conversation.
How many of these are there?
A lot. I noticed because I've gotten a lot of talking points now. Whenever I fight with red pill black men online, there are more black women than I knew exist.
So understand what he does. This is a Caucasian dude that fights with red pill Afro men online who gets talking points from black women on as to how to fight us. Now, I want y'all to understand this. Remember, I told you about in history in slavery, how I forget the number, but there was about 600 rebellions. Almost all of them were put down before they happened because the black women worked with the Caucasian slave masters to let them know what was going to happen. All right, spies within the community. All right, this is why I say betrayal at its highest form. And then to give people information that they need to fight Afro men, and then get mad at Afro men when we refuse to protect them because we see them as adversaries. Okay? Understand this.
Even in the world are on like these comment sections like, oh yeah, like you tell off these black men, Destiny. I'm like, holy shit. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you tell off these black men. So they went to the Caucasian man to tell us off. Let that sink in.
Okay. Divestors. I
Divestors.
learn more about that. I had no fucking clue.
I feel like this isn't my business.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we do here. White guys with podcasts. Anything that's not our business is right for analysis.
Anything that is not their business. We've never had a more treasonous entity that was hell bent on the destruction of Afro men than this. And remember, he said it's a lot of them. He was surprised by the sheer number. This ain't a little bit of them. This is pretty much it might be a majority of black women. And this is why I keep telling you, brothers, we need to leave them alone. They are working hand in hand, being the weapon that our current oppressors need and desire and want. All right, and I really want y'all to let that sink in. Oh, okay. It's the thing. Hold on for a second. There we go. This is where we are, fellas. And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I want you to understand. Okay, hold on. All right, here's the other thing I want you to understand. That as we go through this, right, with these dudes that get these passports to go mess things up, all right, they don't understand that they're not going to mess things up for the righteous because the righteous are going to leave them alone. We know that these simps are becoming increasingly toxic to anything good, right? We know that they have sided with the BW, no matter how wicked. We know that they don't care about the future for children because they don't give a damn about children. All right. So this is what we do know, right? Now, here's the thing. You got to be aware of the BW inside the United States and within the diaspora. Oh, and this is Menthol G is right on this one. This is why I say the Philippines over Thailand. Because these dudes invited these simps into Thailand and they're messing that up. All right. And pay attention to this. Canada, they're delaying passports on purpose. All right. They're delaying passports on purpose. All right. And it's real, y'all. It's real. All right. I try to get the 10-year one. I need to get a new 10-year one. And basically to survive this. All right. Now, here's the thing. So we got these dudes messing up these cultures. All right. We and I'm gonna just say to get away from these dudes will take work. You can't help them, you can't fix them, you can't change them. Because greed has told them that if you destroy, if you try to puff yourself up, do whatever you can to make money. Hell knows you don't have any skills, no oratory skills. You're not, you can't play an instrument. you can't build anything or anything like that. All right. Or your heart is so greedy that whatever you can do is not enough and will never be enough because your heart is greedy. All right. So we got all these things going on. We got all these things going on. All right. And the Most High said that it needs to be destroyed. So you need to get away from it. Now, for those that can't get away, get to a more equitable spot for people who want to do right. These people are getting bent out of shape that they can't have other people's stuff. Some are shorter. The majority are 10 years, but you can get short one, and then you get the temporary. You got one that's a temporary one for a year that you can turn into a 10-year one. So yeah, so that always there's a lot of stuff they got going. Right. And so the problem is when brothers like me leave, there's nothing they could do about it. When we become part of another culture, there's nothing they can do about it. See, here's the thing. One of the things I always understood, somebody said this in my capoeira class. They said, Nabi, you are a person of the world. I was like, that means I don't belong to a country. I might belong to a people, but my people are scattered from the tip of North America down to the tip of South America. All right. So the boundaries that Caucasians put on everybody because they came and colonized aren't real boundaries. People just adhere to them is because the Caucasians have guns and have demonstrated that they would commit genocide if need be to control people. Why do you think the atomic bomb was created? All right. So this is where we are, people. This is where we are. All right. The issue is we've always been a peace loving people first. Peace meaning that we could fight. And at the end, some of the times we did fight. Okay. Hold on. Let me do this. I was about to shut it down, but let me invite, I'm gonna invite a few people on because somebody has something to say. First time somebody asks to be invited. All right. So there's the invitation. It is up there now. All right. So if you want to come on real quick, and hey, what's up with Sean? Right. And so basically, but here I don't tolerate mess from them either. Right. And so that's the thing. I'm like this. I'm not going to tolerate stuff, and I'm not going to tolerate the same principles I have for the U.S. women. I have everywhere. Go ahead, brother, Mr. Pirate,
Hey,
right?
how you doing? Thanks for letting me up. Um, you know what I wanted to mention. I've always had 10-year passports. My last one that I got, I wound up not using it. My first one was filled up with stamps, and then I got sick, so I haven't been really traveling. But I'm working on getting my health back together. I started on some new diabetes medicine that's working really well. Um, I'll tell you what it is over here in case somebody else is dealing with it. It's called Monjero, and it's helping me lose weight. It's bringing my sugar down to it's been
Manageable
like
level.
under 140,
Okay, that's
mostly at
good.
80.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that. But you're right, man. It's like these black women starting to see it. It's starting to come clear because we couldn't see it at first. We
Mm-hmm.
knew something was wrong, but we couldn't see it, that the black women hate us, man. And they will trick you into their sphere of influence, and you'll think, oh, this one's going to be okay. And they're
Mm-hmm.
all wicked. I notice a lot of channels aren't even saying
I wouldn't
not
say
all
they
women.
all. They're not all, because some are standing up, but we're seeing it's becoming the vast majority.
It's so many that are doing it that it's just not worth it saying not all, because
Well,
some of
you
the
have to
ones you
say not all, because all is an absolute, and there's no absolutes. The
no,
Most High
I mean, I
always have,
realize, yeah, I
yeah, the Most
realize it,
High always have remnants.
right, but it's so few
Yeah,
that
it's so few now that, yeah. The literal thing, when I said there are rubies and unicorns, I wasn't saying that to be facetious. I mean that good women are as rare as rubies and unicorns.
right,
A
right.
lot of women think they're diamonds. They could be diamonds, but diamonds are plentiful.
Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, yeah. The only
Diamonds
reason
are
why,
plentiful.
the only reason to be
I will
rare, they're
finish.
not rare. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I was getting ready to finish it for you because you froze. Yeah, the diamonds are plentiful. They're only rare because the beards keep them rare.
exactly.
Period. They're in vaults and stuff like that, and they only let only so many out and stuff like that. But they're plentiful. All right. And so basically, you know, when I say rubies, I mean that, right? And so basically, these women are uniting with these Caucasian men and then turn around asking us to protect them for what? And here's the thing y'all got to understand. Why would you try to protect the adversary that is trying to destroy you? Understand this. I
Right,
keep telling y'all to get out of the Most High's way. Ask yourself this question. Every time they say we feel unprotected, ask yourself, why would you protect an adversary that is trying to destroy you? If you did marry them, they would take half your stuff, they would divorce you, they would destroy your children. They would try to make your children despise you. Why would you protect that? The Most High said we're supposed to separate that. It says we're supposed to walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor sit in the seat of the scornful.
right. And because they look like us, we're so confused. As a
We
group.
ain't confused. We're simping. Come on, let's tell the truth. We simping. Ain't that what we doing?
I made up my mind. I've told you so many times. I just stay away from them, and I just made up my mind that not to deal with them because they
Right.
can't stand us. You
And
know,
and 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 I was looking at that.
even your black children, your black women children don't like you.
Right, because they trained them to not
Yeah.
like us. Right? And so, hold on. Let me put this up real quick. It says, blessed is the man. And let's see what I'm going to use. I'm gonna use the king. I'm gonna compare.
So
Okay,
you
I'm gonna put
think
it in
while you're
all
looking
three.
for that, while you're looking for
No,
that,
I
you
found it.
think
I'm trying to decide. I was trying to decide how I wanted to do it, and so I'm gonna do it like this. Um, I decided to put all three so that people can get an understanding, right?
So you
All
think
right,
they're
so go
holding the
ahead. What were you about
passports
to
on
say?
purpose? You think they're
Huh?
holding the passports up on purpose?
Oh, I do, and that's what brother Crypto was saying, right?
Huh.
Hold on. And I think everything that's done has been done intentional. All right.
Okay. I
And
thought
so
so, but I just wanted to hear it from somebody else.
uh-huh. And think about it. Because across the thing, they fight, they got rid of so many people that worked this job. And when they knew that there was an uptick, and it was done to keep people in the United States, is because the people that are leaving are the people that have the money to spend, and that's spending that money outside of the United States. And here it is. All right, I'm gonna put it up in two spots. So that I'm gonna put it up like the King James. All right, so that y'all can get some clarification. We are not supposed to
You're
be
gonna have to
anywhere
read that.
near
It's so
these.
small, I can't see it.
No, that's why I put it up in here. All right. Oh, I forgot.
Blessed
I forgot.
is the man that walketh
There it is.
not in the counsel of the
Ungodly. All right. And so here's the Hebrew, a more Hebrew translation into today's English. Okay. So I went so that we can get it. So I put it up for you King James readers. And blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. And the newer, blessed is the man that walk not into the counsel of the wrong, and stand in the path of sinners, and shall not sit in the seat of scoffer and scornful. All right. What I'm saying, y'all, is we're blessed when we walk away from these people. We're blessed when we leave them alone. We're blessed that once we find out that they're liars and only want to promote lies, and that are more down for a political party than their own family. And by family, I mean their children, like what they would teach their children. When you're down for more for a political party, you're concerned about the political party, and you justify the political party instead of knowing what they're about, then no, you're the problem, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh-huh. And she disobeyed, yeah. And so that's basically it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so we cannot do anything about a corrupt heart, period. We can help women that make mistakes, but we're talking about a corrupt heart. Anything that wants you unalive, anything that wants to destroy your seed in their womb, that's not a mistake. That's a corrupt heart. All right.
Right.
We are supposed to leave that alone. It's ungodly. We don't take counsel from them. Oh, think about all these dudes got all these women on their shows giving counsel to a bunch of people that they have listening to their shows.
Right.
All right. Think about these women that think they're supposed to be usurp the authority of the man, and think that Most High called them to be over a man. All right, that in and of itself, I don't care what the hell she has to say, is ungodly. How do we know? It's because in Genesis, her punishment was that the man shall rule over her.
Right. And you see shows like people like what's that? Danica. She comes on with her breasts hanging all over and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's several like it. I'm not even going to call out their names, but there's several
Yeah,
like her.
we've seen it.
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
seen it. Why is that? Because they're getting views, they're getting paid, they're getting rich off of thirsty dudes looking at them, not for what they have to say, because they ain't saying nothing. If
right,
dudes were really concerned about what was going on, they would have continued to stay close to my channel. When I
right,
switched, when my channel was shut down, they would have continued to find me. If the Nika channel shut down for some reason, they'll find her breasts.
right, right,
All right, so let's call it for what it is. And a lot of these women that's talking conservatively are doing it because the conservatives are giving them a platform and they're making money. And so they're getting the attention, but they don't give a damn about the community either.
right,
All right. And so that's that because they use only their talking points, right? In other words, they went and said, we could be your puppet. I can't be their puppet because I'm not going to let them forget slavery. And it isn't the slavery that the ships and stuff is what they did over here. It's the
right.
buck breaking. It's the farms, the sex farms of boys, girls, and women. All right. The highest paying one were the boys. All right. No, we can't forget this. We can't forget all the money they stole from the ancestors that put it in their banks. And
Right.
their banks like Chase and Wells Fargo kept the money and never gave it back. Right? No,
Yeah.
the communities and schools that were burnt down. No, I'm not going to let you forget that. Yeah, and I'm a conservative minded dude. Conservative meaning that we shouldn't have CTR. We should have real history of America so
Right.
that everybody know everything that happened. And with it, we should talk about the buck breaking. We should talk about all that. We don't need CTR to do that.
Right. But see, they call that CTR.
No, they don't. You know what CTR is? They take a little bit of that and then they mix in how the LG alphabet people suffered as much as and that's a lie.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not. In other words,
if
everybody is
anything,
every.
they created the LGBT. It was no LGBT until they started butt breaking people.
But what I'm saying is the LGBT is a movement of Caucasians, 79%, who are going after the benefits that came from the Civil Rights Bill. The Civil Rights Bill benefited everyone except for the intended people, which were the Afro males. We are the ones that it was intended for so that we can build up our families, which included our women and children, and everybody else benefited more, the Chinese, the white women, and white men. How did the white men do it? They said, well, we're now a minority of thinkers, the LG alphabet people. All right, they made themselves a flag, and then, all right, this country has a lot to atone for what it not only what it did to Afro people in our community, but what it continues to do. But it will not change it because you got the majority of the community that is brain dead into picking, as they say, the devil that they know. Why you picking the
Right.
devil? Any devil.
You know,
If
I
if both
realized.
people, hold on, wait. If both people are devils, then why are you voting for any of them? We're voting for the lesser of two people. No, you ain't. You don't think yours is evil. That's why you're
Right.
voting for it. You think the other guy was better than your guy, so you didn't do the lesser of two evils. That's just your stupid argument to try to justify why you picked the evil guy.
You know what really got me was when Ice Cube went on that panel with those four
Yes,
women,
yes.
and he was talking about a plan for Black America. I thought it was flawed. I have to say that first. But when the women came out and said, "Well, what about Black women?" and I'm like, "Aren't you Black?"
But here's the thing: they only want stuff for them, F the men, F the children. So I'm
Right.
like, F them.
Exactly.
We're supposed to leave them unprotected, leave them alone. They're ungodly. We're not supposed to walk, sit, or be near them. Let the
Right.
Most High move and judge this place. We're supposed to leave it alone. Period.
You're right. Absolutely right.
Yeah. So with that said, y'all, I'm gonna bust a move. So I'm gonna, what's today? Saturday. And so I'll do another one tomorrow, like I did last weekend, and we'll see how that go around the same time. Or should I come on a little late, do it a little later?
Whenever you want to do it. Sorry with me.
Uh-huh.
Shabbat Shalom.
All right, let's see. So yeah. So with that said, look like everybody started popping up an hour later. So tomorrow it'll be an hour later. I'll start an hour later. All right, so with that said, people, I'm out. Peace, love, and soul. I will holler at y'all later. All
All
right.
right.
And
Peace.
I'm trying to get out before my voice start wearing out. All right. Peace, y'all. Oh, and let me mention this. For those that like to help with what I do in the communities, my PayPal and Cash App will be in the description box. Um, just remember, you take care of yourself and family first. And if you hit the lotto or something, or you got extra, and it would be very more porque me dice. Oh wow, these WhatsApp messages, they just come in the middle of everything. Um, so yeah, porque me dice si quiero proveer nuevo. Mi vida tengo que. This is another thing, right? A lot of women reject the good of God, and then they try to go, then they make a plan to do something that's much more dangerous, and then wonder why things don't work. But it is what it is. But anyway, so with that said, I'm out. Peace, love, and soul. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, an hour later, since everybody got here an hour later. All right, so I'm out, y'all.